Alright, what is up y'all? We are here today for week 4 of the PBL Professional Battlers League, and we go against JB, aka Jebs, aka like 7 other names, but this is my boy. Easily going to be our most difficult challenge yet. This man has a stacked team. You can see it on your screen. He has Manaphy, Excadrill, Mega Gardevoir, Como-O, Victini, Tornadus I, Bronzong, Drapion, Decidueye, Milk Tank, Electivire, and Araquanid. So right off the back, you can tell this man really likes his base 100 speed mons like a lot. And then you see that you see the Victini and the Manaphy, and you kind of go, oh fuck, I lose. So we kind of had to build around stuff like that. And then Milk Tank is also very annoying. Como-O can be super annoying as well. Just everything has the potential to sweep me or be super annoying, basically. So he also has the Water Yom Z, which means he can run Z Rain Dance Manaphy and outspeed everything, which means I have to run Quick Feet Flame Orb Jolteon, which is a dank set, one of my favorite sets to run on Jolteon, just to get that extra speed, and that way I can go modest. That means I'll hit hard as fuck, get Thunderbolts off on everything. He doesn't have his ground type is Excadrill. And then he has Electivire, which has Motor Drive, of course. So we go HP Ground on this guy, so that way, you know, we can hit those. Shadow Ball for stuff like Bronzong, Victini, Mega Guard, and that way also, if he switches in Gardevoir with Trace, trying to get the Volt Absorb, he's going to get Quick Feet, and it's not going to be fun. And then just, you know, Double Stab in Thunderbolt Volt Switch just to get momentum and then hit stuff hard. So this thing is there to soft check Manaphy in the back. If it starts setting up Calm Minds, I'm kind of fucked, but we'll deal with that. Then we have just kind of a standard Zygarde. I just needed enough speed for, I believe, Excadrill, so that way I can just D-Dance up and then fire off a Dragonium Z on something. Not as much bulk as I usually run, but I thought offensive was fared a pretty decent matchup, although I don't actually set up on much versus his team because I don't have Substitute, so all the fat stuff I would usually be setting up on has a chance to either you know, toxic me or do major damage to me. Stuff like Bronzong, you know, can just Gyro Ball on my D-Dance and do a shitload. And but we'll see. This is at the very least we got a very hard hitting Draconium Z coming towards something. Then we have back again once again Blacephalon with a Choice Scarf, because what other set is there now? Late game, this thing can probably sweep with Shadow Ball. Straight up, man. Like, this thing can just click Shadow Ball and start racking up Beast Boost, but I know he's a very good player, and there's not a very high chance he's going to let me do that, so I imagine he's going to be running a priority on everything that gets it, especially the Decidueye. If it does come, it gets access to Sucker Punch, as well as Shadow Sneak now with Ultra Sun and Moon, so it finally got some stab, which is cool. Decidueye's a cool mon, and basically I can't even click Shadow Ball until Como-O is gone, because that thing has the potential to be bulletproof, so that's just going to suck. So I'm forced to run Psychic, and then my luck is terrible, so I'm running Flamethrower over Fire Blast. If that bites me in the ass, oh well. And the Will-O-Wisp, if I want to predict the switch into something like Drapion, who is bulky enough to live a hit if he runs like AV or something, and I need to be able to burn it so that he can't Pursuit Trap me. Or he can, but it won't kill me, hopefully. Watch him be like Lum or something, Max Spadef, that would suck. Then we have our Yachiberry Amoonguss, which is just there to deal with the Ice Beam from Manaphy, basically. So he goes for Ice Beam at +3. It does not kill with my Yachiberry because I'm pretty Spadef invested. And then I can go for the Clear Smog, get rid of all that shit. If Rain isn't up, I can just Synthesis up and kind of, you know, deal with him that way. And then you got Toxic, which Toxic, it's kind of, I put it on there because I was like, well, got to Toxic the Manaphy, but then we got to the battle and I was like, he's gonna have fucking hydration. What am I doing? But, so I think Spore might have been the better bet, but oh well. Then, Foul Play, just to stop setup from stuff like Excadrill, even possibly Decidueye, although I don't know if he would set up in front of this because he would know. Yeah, so we got Clear Smog and Foul Play to kind of deter the setup from stuff. Then, we have our Mega Diancie, and as you can see, this set is already fucking weird. So, lead Excadrill and lead Bronzong really just, they don't like hurt my team very much, I guess, but like they definitely are sitting in the way of me sweeping and whatnot. So if he does bring Excadrill, is probably, it won't work as well versus Excadrill because if he's Scarf, he's just gonna Ironhead me and kill me. But if he does bring the Bronzong, I'm leading off with this. I'm gonna go for Sub Endeavor and hopefully get him down to enough damage to where I can kill him with Jolteon, then get my Flame Orb activated and come through and start getting some kills. So then, just to top it all off, we have Akaberry Scizor, which is max defense. so that we can deal with his physical threats a little bit easier, and also I eat HP fire from random things. Bullet punch is very good versus him with the Mega Guard being right there. Defog because the potential for webs, and then U-turn for momentum, roost for longevity. Classic standard stuff, right? You know, you already know all this. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into the battle, and we'll see what is gonna happen. So as you can see, he brings the Electivire, the what is your name? Drapion, Decidueye, Como-O, Bronzong, and Manaphy. So right off the bat, we see no Victini, which I was fully expecting because it kind of runs a train on my team, and yeah, Electivire is looking like a threat because it has coverage to hit, I think, everything on my team super effectively. He could run like Flamethrower or Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Earthquake, and then just Electric move, or if he needs any other coverage for anything else, he can do that. So that's looking like a threat. Like I said, if he brings Bronzong, I'm leading with Mega Diancie. I'm going to go for my sub Endeavor shenanigans, and I'm going to do the best I can to whittle that thing down and hopefully take it out. Hopefully, just depending on how the rolls go, but yeah. Another thing, Decidueye, like we said, is going to have solid priority to take up Blacephalon, so it's gonna kind of hinder the sweep with Blacephalon. And hopefully we can get something going with Zygarde and set up a D-Dance, because really looking at his team, one solid D-Dance might be all I need after everything is kind of chipped down a little bit, and then we can probably just go right on in and start sweeping. So, like I said, I'm leading off with Mega Diancie, challenged by Pokemon Trainer James, looking Team Skull AF. Yeah, so there's Diancie. Again, Diancie's the one Pokemon on my team without a nickname because it's the event one. It's the only one I had, and he leads right off with Zapsquatch. So I'm gonna go right for the Earth Power. I also know James likes to bring some wacky stuff too, so I was kind of predicting him to be heat proof so that he could eat hits from Blacephalon better. So I go for the Earth Power. Just at the very least, it's gonna let me scout out and see, you know, what he's got going on with this guy. And yeah, there's Earth Power. Nope. So I was actually kind of hoping, because obviously you don't really predict sub Endeavor. Sorry if you can hear my roommate's dog, but yeah, it's very hard to predict something like sub Endeavor. So I was hoping he would go for like Stealth Rocks predicting the switch, but he does not. He goes for the Reflect, which actually isn't bad because I'm behind a sub. I can wear down this thing as well as be able to stall out the turn. So I just go for the Power Gem, which actually does a pretty decent chunk considering that it's a Bronzong and it is not very effective. But yeah, I gotta stay behind a sub. Gyro Ball will kill like 17 Mega Diancies. I am too fast and I lose most of my bulk when Mega Evolving. So yeah, can't be fucking with all that. He has the leftovers, of course, but at least that means he only has 5 turns of Reflect instead of 8 with the Whatchajigger, the Light Clay. So we're just summing up. He can Gyro Ball. It starts out a little on the stally side, but I have to do what I have to do to be able to chip down this Bronzong. Like straight up, I got to do what I got to do, you know. And yeah, he eats his leftovers. Man, Bronzong is such a fucking thick Pokemon. Like by the time I'm done subbing and endeavoring, he's gonna be back at full health after taking a full strength. What am I trying to say? After taking a full power. Although it's not very effective, Power Gem. So he goes for Toxic, predicting a switch, which actually doesn't hurt him at all, because, like, what am I going to do, you know? So I go for the Endeavor. I actually kind of panicked. I set my HP number to be an odd number so that I would get 4 subs and then have 1 HP left, but I started panicking when it comes to the math because it ended up being a decimal. I think I did it at level 100 instead of level 50. I was like, fuck, I'm not sure. So now, after his leftovers, it is now a roll in his favor to live the Power Gem, but this was all dance you really had to do anyways. I just need to weaken this guy, and he lives with like 3, which is understandable, and then he just goes for the Gyro Ball. Honestly, in hindsight, I probably could have just gone Jolteon, resisted the Gyro Ball, not have my Burn Orb yet so my speed wouldn't be crazy high, but oh well, hindsight is 20/20, you know, always. But at least I can go into Jolteon, get my Flame Orb up, and kill this thing with the Shadow Ball. So we're going to do exactly that. Go for the Shadow Ball. That looks cool as fuck. Shadow Ball is one of those moves that looks a little bit cooler every gen. I know most moves are like that, but especially Shadow Ball. That shit looks like Frieza's energy from DBZ. he goes right into Zap Squatch. I know he's not Scarfed because he probably would have just Earthquaked or Volt Switched me turn 1, but I gotta save this guy. I know he's gonna have fucking all the coverage in the world. And so we go into Sizzy 6, who is Akaberry, so even if he does go for the Fire Punch like he does, I do eat that up. And right off the bat, as soon as, I know it's turn 9, but right off the bat, he's already inside my head. This man has prime real estate in my head. This man has a timeshare 2 months a year with benefits in my head, so we're not looking good. So I just go for the Bullet Punch, just figuring this is the least valuable member of my team, so I can at least get off chip damage and put it in range of something. But he actually predicts me to switch out probably into the Mega Diancie and goes for the Earthquake, and now I realize, fuck, I should have just U-turned. So I kind of wanted to scout out his playstyle. I've never played JB before, and I know he's good, so I don't know how far in my head he is. So just to kind of feel him out, I just go for the U-turn there, just in case he did want to go for something else. But now I'm in with Rick, and I can just click Mind Blown, but I don't have it. So I actually go for the Will-O-Wisp, trying to see if he wanted to go into Como-O or Drapion or something like that. But he makes the good mid-ground play. Well, I guess it's not a mid-ground play because it's a water type versus a fire type, but Shadow Ball would have hurt. So he goes into Oceanophy and takes the Wisp, which, you know, if it's chip on Manaphy, I'm not going to complain about getting chip on Manaphy. But I do have a designated switch into this guy, who is my fun girl, and he's going to go right for the Z-Rain dance. Look at him, making it rain like Fat Joe in this bitch. And Little Wayne. But he's going to boost his speed, he's going to set the rain, he's going to get the hydration, so he will no longer be burned, because, you know, can't have your special attackers be burned either. Fuck it. So expecting him to go for the Tail Glow and kind of just straight up wreck my entire team, I just go for the Clear Smog here. So he goes hard for the Ice Beam, and I was like, what the fuck, this man didn't click Tail Glow. He either predicted my Clear Smog or he doesn't have Tail Glow. Maybe he's Calm Mind or something, maybe he didn't want to start doing that. Already, I'm confused. I get the crit though, which I don't know if that matters, it's very minimal damage, but now he goes for the Ice Beam, and I'm regretting not having Giga Drain on this set. I didn't think I would want to be Giga Draining this guy because he could have the potential to run Calm Mind, so then he beats me 1v1 anyways, but I'm really wishing I had stuck Giga Drain on this guy. So I just switch on out. I know I can take a regular Scald with Scoot and or an Ice Beam, and even though this is probably, along with Zygarde, my best win con at the moment, I gotta save Amoonguss because Regenerator Core, you know. So I go for the Volt Switch because it's Manaphy. That boy is a threat, and he reads me like a book about fiddles. He reads me and plays me like a book about fiddles, and goes right into Zap Squatch, not fearing anything. I did think for a second there if I should go for HP Ground, but again, we can't be fucking around. It's 2018. We can't be fucking around with threats, you know. And yeah, so I go right back out into Fun Girl, and he goes for the Earthquake, which I'm not very physically defensive. I have, I think, 70 investment or something like that, 70 something, and then I am max HP, so it's still pretty bulky. But so now I can go and pivot out into my Rick, expecting the Fire Punch, and hopes this man isn't still in my fucking head. And yeah, he just goes for the Ice Punch, which is cool because I don't think he can freeze me. Like, I'm a fire type, you can't freeze a fire type, right? And yeah, so now I go for the Psychic, predicting the Como to come in, and he stays in and clicks Earthquake, and I just go down. So turn 20, it is not looking great for me. Basically, I have to hope for a fucking miracle if I'm going to pull this back. Yeah, JB is enjoying his vacation share in my mind right now. And I do have Scoot though with HP Ground. He is in range. It does about 50 because I'm modest. And finally, I can at least take down the fucking Zap Squatch. Crit did not matter, obviously, but so that guy goes down. And now he's able to bring in one of his other many threats. He goes into Valiant, which I believe is the Como-O. I wasn't really sure what he was going to do. I figured Volt Switch is going to do negligible damage anyway, so I might as well just hard into Fun Girl. And I think he goes for the Autonomize? Yeah, he goes hard for the Autonomize, which, honestly, battling him kind of influenced my draft for the PCP, because I forgot just how versatile Como-O was. I thought Dragon Dance was a pretty good set versus me, but I now realize Autonomize is even better, because he can be special as well. Flamethrower doesn't do all of my damage, but he does take some life orb recoil. I can just go right for the clear smog, keep this boy from being speedy, so at least I can come in and revenge him with something. So I can, yeah, just kill, get rid of the stat changes, all that fun stuff. Then he goes for the Clinging Scales, and holy shit, Clinging Scales. When I was running Calcs versus Life Orb Clinging Scales versus my team, there is no switching for Life Orb Clinging Scales. So basically, I do for sure outspeed with Squishy because I took away his speed boosts. So it's 2 to 4. It is not looking good. I gotta do something. I gotta stay at max HP. This Clanging Scales just blows me away. So I just go ahead and throw off my Draconium Z. I didn't want to lock myself into Outrage, obviously, because nobody's trying to do all that. So at least this guarantees me a kill. And like I said, it's not looking good for me at the moment, but at least I can shoot a smaller Energy Dragon out of my mouth and kill the Como. At least, cut that differential down a little bit. And, yeah, Valiant goes down. He put in a valiant effort. Ha 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 ha. Now he goes back into Oceania. Now, he has to be timid because I could outspeed him if he wasn't. So this is actually a roll, if I'm not mistaken, and he does get it. I believe it was still. I think it was like a 60-something% chance to kill if he was just timid max. So it's definitely still a roll in his favor if I remember correctly. And I just had to hope that I could get a DD off and then kill that thing with 1,000 arrows. But now it's Scoot versus the world, but I'm speedy as fuck, so I might not even care. I can go and kill that guy. Oceania goes down. It's now 2 to 1, so at least we're getting the differential down. Like I said, since turn 11, we've been on the back foot on this game, so it is not looking great for me. He's in there with Drapion. I go for the Thunderbolt. I kind of just hope to, it's scummy, but I kind of have to hope for a para, full para, and he reveals to be Assault Vest, and Earthquake is just going to kill me, so that is going to be the end of that. Yeah, like I said, he was definitely our hardest opponent so far, and he played very, very well, and, it was definitely a fun game, but I wasn't exactly satisfied with, the way I played wasn't terrible, I don't think, but my prep definitely should have been better. Talking to him after the game, he didn't bring setup on Manaphy because I have Ditto, and honestly, I completely fucking forgot I have Ditto. I was building from like just some notes that I had made while I was at work, and I didn't even put Ditto on my team because I just fucking skipped that guy. So I should have known. James is a good fucking player, so I should have known that he would have prepped with Ditto in mind, and he wasn't actually even bulletproof on Como. He was soundproof, so that way I couldn't hit him with his own moves if I copied him with Ditto, which is smart as fuck and makes a lot of sense, honestly. Like, I don't know. Feels bad, man, because I definitely should have prepped better. I think I can definitely, but at least now I know, so if I catch him again in playoffs, then I think we'll be bringing it back, and I feel dumb as fuck for not bringing Ditto, or even remembering it was on my team, because when you play a team like James has, I think you kind of have to bring Ditto every time. So, yep, that's going to be that. Hopefully we'll see him in playoffs. Go ahead and check out his channel. I believe he's almost, if not already, at 50 subs. So definitely go show him some love and, get him there if he's not already. And also go ahead and like, subscribe, do all that bullshit, and I will see you guys later. Bye forever.